Hi, this is JT Max, and today I have my Amazing Spider-Man showcase. I'm sorry about this video not coming up because if you haven't seen, I have like our video process failed, and that was this video because I filmed it, uploaded it, in the middle of the upload, it like froze or something. So on YouTube, it said process failed, and I didn't have time to reshoot because there's something wrong with the video. I wanted to reshoot it anyway. But yeah, that's what I get for like rushing, I guess. But so this is the Amazing Spider-Man showcase. Sorry, knocked the lamp. And so yeah, let's start with the actual Spider-Man himself. So I replaced everything Lego had with dark blue instead of light blue, and I replaced it with dark blue legs, dark blue arms, and then painted the light blue, dark blue on the torso and left the red printing. So on his arms he has the webbing effect. Also on his boots he has the webbing effect. And the webbing effect is left on the red from the printing of the front and the back. The back I'm fairly proud because I hope I interpreted the symbol well on the back. So, and then just like 4 muscle / costume lining around the spider symbol. Leg lining because it looked a little plain, which is the boots, even though that's kind of all he has. I painted the triangles and I outlined the triangles on the sides here and had lining going up from that. Again, the webbing effect, and I think that's it. One more thing. I painted the web shooters on the inside of his wrists, and same can be said for the, if you can see, yeah, other side. And then I painted the eyes gold instead of silver because I think he kind of looks better. He looks better that way. So yeah, that is the Amazing Spider-Man. Now on to Electro. If you've seen Michael MGF's Electro, is obviously much better than mine because I kind of consider him a professional customizer, even though he's kind of like 16, 17. Oh well, but he's a professional customizer to me, and I consider myself like good, but not at his level, not at the Moose Figs level. But I like to paint and I like doing it. So he just features 2 translucent blue lightning pieces that you've probably seen like a million times. Oops. And he has armor on the top of his arms featuring 2 silver bolts in blue, and on the inside of his wrists he has blue wrist outlining, and I used the Mr. Freeze head and torso, and on the torso he has silver with 2 black lines, and the silver is outlined with blue. On the back, nothing really on the back except 2 belt buckles and a couple of dots, and the main belt buckles on there with a couple of dots on the belt. He has 2 blue lines going away from the legs on the top of the legs. He also has silver knee pads with 4 black bolts, blue boot lining, and the continuing of the knee pad line, and then the half circle on the boots. A fairly simple character to make, but the main thing was probably the head, because I pretty much scribbled light blue, dark blue, and white accents all around the head to make the electric and kind of messy electric lining on his head. And of course, it's just the white Mr. Freeze head, so I didn't do anything to the face. And basically just white hands, so nothing really special. But I am proud of this. But the main characters that took probably most of the work are Rhino, and Green Goblin. I don't know if I'll get to Green Goblin. I am going to review the board in a separate video for sure. But right now, I'm still deciding I'm going to review the minifigure in this showcase or in the Goblin showcase or the Green Goblin board showcase. But it looks like I'm doing okay for time, so we're probably going to get the Green Goblin. This is Rhino. He features the General Zod front piece of his armor. I cut the shoulder parts off and glued the armor on, and pretty much just covered that in glue, and leaving the printing on, and outlined it, and pretty much covered the glue with paint, which paint holds it together when it's dry, so it's actually a thin layer of glue. The paint is, so it's pretty sternly on there, and I'm not worried about it coming off. On the helmet, he has black lining on the bottom and the top, going all the way around. He also has black detailing right here and the sides of his helmet. I glued the horns on there. One is longer than the other, but he has two horns like a real rhino does. But he is not like a machine. He's not a suit. He's not like Iron Man, but he's like a tank in the movie. And there's rumor that he's only gonna get like 6 minutes of like the first. He's gonna get like the first 6 in the movie, which sucks. But there is gonna be more developing of Electro and Green Goblin. But I'm looking forward to Rhino, and he's in the trailers, so I might as well just make him. He has the rock monster hands and arms and hands to bulk him up, and he has the jetpack of cutting off everything of the jets, just back printing, really, back armor. That's what I tried to make it. Covered the top black, colored the top black, and had silver inside. And I forgot to mention, I painted the horns silver and the rest in light gray. I painted the Atlantis legs a strap. Instead of green, it's gray, and I painted this section with 3 lines, kind of like a symbol, but not really, just detailing. Knee pads are light gray, silver, and little black dots, and then metal boots, which I think is fairly accurate. And he also features a belt, which is silver and black lines just going all the way around. You can see the belt pretty good right there. That's all it is, going all the way around. Nothing really special, nothing to show. But yeah, it looks like we're going to get to the Goblin, because I'm super excited, because that's probably the most detail on the figure, is probably the Goblin. So that's Rhino, and let's take the Goblin off his board, because we're going to review the board in another video. Now, the sword is the only thing inaccurate, because I did like the sword in Spider-Man 3 on the new Goblin, so I painted the original sword I had some chip marks on the side on the actual blade, so I covered that in light green to symbolize glowing, and painted the hilt black. This figure has the Mandarin head, which is accurate because he's an old dude, but yet it's kind of a tough look. So I think it was a perfect head. Just a slim blonde head with silver, with light gray, silver, and black on each of the sideburns, kind of symbol that. I used the Feora armor. I painted the blade, this side green with 3 bolts. You're gonna see a lot of bolts on this figure because it's a suit, but it's not as clean as Iron Man, so there's a lot of bolts showing. He also has like the blade, a blade that I had on the armor that I just painted. He has the spinal cord you see in the preview with armor pieces going out in green. 3 bolts there, 2 bolts there, walkie-talkie and some ammo packs, which I think are kind of accurate, but not really. Gold lining going all the way around to a green belt buckle right there. Green detailing 3 bolts right there. And silver. I painted that silver even though it was already silver, but I just painted silver to make it shine. The 3 triangles going down from the Feora armor, I painted 2 of them green, and then on the bottom one black. I also painted some lines going up on the side, and 2 lines going out on each side. On this, this was originally silver, I didn't paint that, but I painted the 3 lines going down, and I also outlined it in black. I did do that. And then I showed you the back. And then on the front, another thing inaccurate. Like the sword, I also put the sword holster with straps of green dots on the strap, and the straps go all the way around. He also has small knee pads that I painted on, and I painted on green, well, kind of green boots with light gray half circles. I do like to do half circles from my boots because it's fairly accurate. And then I'm going to take the armor off so we can actually see the actual printing of the figure. I painted the symbol. This is Space Police figure. I painted the symbol up black and all the way around green, and then just the back again. The green arm has 4 bolts, 1, 2, 3, 4, with 2 gray lining going down, and another green plate with 2 bolts on the bottom there and 1 bolt on here that you probably can't see, and then just a black hand. On this, he has a mechanical like arm but some flesh showing, so he has tan on both sides, tan, and with bolts right there, 2 bolts going up, a line right there, and a bolt. So that's pretty much the Green Goblin, which I'm really proud of. The Green Goblin came out great because I didn't have a lot to work with. I basically based this off of some unclear shots of the Goblin and some action figures. So I'm pleased with how that came out. And this is JT Max signing out on how to make a Lego Green Goblin, well, not Green Goblin, but Amazing Spider-Man showcase, my bad. And so, this is JT Max signing out on how to make my Lego Amazing Spider-Man showcase. I'm excited of it coming out on May 2nd, so I'm going to be seeing this. I don't know about midnight, but I am seeing The Winter Soldier midnight, but I am going to see this movie in theater. So please rate, comment, and subscribe. JT Max sign out on how to make my Lego Amazing Spider-Man. Thank you. JT Max sign out. Bye.